that there are tons of perfect duos in the world. For example, ketchup and mustard, salt and pepper, peanut butter and jelly, and everyone's favorite, football and beer. As most of you probably know, the Jones Stadium does not sell alcohol during football games unless you're in a private area. Schools like SMU and West Virginia University allow the sale of alcohol in public areas at its games. And earlier this year, even the University of Texas announced that they will begin to sell beer and wine at their football games in public and private areas. With that being said, it's time for Texas Tech to join these schools and allow the stadium to serve alcohol to students of age during the football games. If students were allowed to buy alcohol at the stadium, it would discourage binge drinking, and with revenues from the sale, Tech can improve its stadium so it can fit more students. This would allow more students to attend the game, which in return would create more school pride and all around better, more enjoyable game days for all Texas Tech fans. So, what is binge drinking? According to the Foundation for a Drug-Free World, binge drinking is the practice of consuming large quantities of alcohol in a single session, usually defined as 5 or more drinks for a man or 4 or more drinks for a woman. According to Ashley Schreiber, sophomore at Texas Tech, the drinking style she notices at tailgate is that everyone drinks so aggressively to the point of obliteration. Students feel the need to consume alcohol heavily and quickly in order to make it to the game in time. I know that at least 4 times I've walked to the stadium only to get sent away because the student section is completely full. Students also feel the need to overcompensate for the fact that no alcohol can be purchased during the game. You may think, how could selling alcohol at the game discourage binge drinking? Well, the New York Times states that many colleges that sell alcohol at games contend that doing so discourages binge drinking by allowing fans to pace themselves. Since beer would be sold at the games, fewer fans would enter the stadium with concealed liquor that has high alcohol content. The sales of alcohol would begin as a trial run. Beer sales will be controlled, only allowing fans to purchase 2 each time they go. And if the concession worker believes that the fan is too intoxicated, they can refuse to serve them, as well as if students are belligerent and unable to maintain self-control, they can be escorted from the stadium. A fan who wants to drink must wear a 21-year-old wristband, and all alcohol sales would be cut off during the 3rd quarter. With the revenue made from sales, Texas Tech would be able to add on to our stadium to make it bigger. According to ESPN, every institution is looking at how they can increase revenue streams, and alcohol is one of those. Attendance would increase, which is evident because of SMU and UT's attendance at their basketball games when they started to sell alcohol. So SMU reported that they had a 64% increase in attendance after the first year, and then UT's average attendance increased by over 1,000 fans from the previous season, despite the fact that the Longhorns were actually a worse team. So, as I said earlier, multiple times I've gone to the stadium to find out that the student section is completely full. And so here's like a picture of the Jones. So it's really awesome, as you guys can tell. And there's a couple others. So our capacity is 60,454, but which is great. I mean, that's a lot of people, and the stadium's really nice, but I think it could be better. And then this next picture, this is A&M's new renovated Kyle Field, which is amazing. Here's another picture. So their capacity is 102,512 people. So over time, and with the additional revenue, the Jones Stadium could be renovated to fit far more students than it currently does. And we all know that A&M is an inferior school, so it's only fitting that they also have an inferior stadium. Sorry. So if more students were able to attend the game, school pride would increase greatly. Adults who want to drink a beer while they watch the game will tend to stay at home or watch it at a bar or just stay at the tailgate. But if the Jones begin to sell alcohol, all of a sudden all these avid Tech fans would want to buy tickets and go to the game. This would encourage a greater sense of community throughout the whole town. If a greater sense of community and an increase in school pride, students who graduate would be more likely to donate to Tech for years to come. Texas Tech would have an even more loyal alumni association. Those opposed to the idea of selling beer and alcohol during games claim the reason is because of public safety, which is interesting because every major professional sports league is able to sell alcohol without major incidents, but college programs should be able to do the same while maintaining safety. Many opposed also say that they don't want their kids to be surrounded by alcohol and drinking. Matthew Connor from Wreckham Red states, anyone who's been to a college game in the Jones Stadium is well aware that alcohol is already in and around the stadium. In conclusion, Texas Tech should sell alcohol at sporting events. Selling alcohol inside the Jones curtails many people's idea that they must drink as much as possible before. This would decrease binge drinking and encourage attendance. With the added revenue from sales, the athletic department could improve the Jones so it could have a larger capacity, which would improve students to attend the game. If more students attended the game, school pride would increase and all Tech fans would feel a greater sense of community. It's about time we join all the other schools and allow everyone's favorite duo, Texas Tech football and beer, to be together like they belong. Thanks for listening.